Morning, people. It is Sunday, the 12th of July. It's bright, it's sunny, it's warm, and a little bit of a breeze today for a change. And we're going out. We're going to go to Elsecar Heritage Centre. And while Vicky takes the lumps and a walk round, Simon's going into the record shop if it's open. We're hence the fact I'm dressed and I've got big boy clothes on. What have we done? Oh, I've got big boy shorts and I've got my big boy shoes. So we're all wrong way. We're all set. Anyone I've been drinking. We all enjoyed the match last night. I didn't. Extremely worried. But it's put me in a bit of a quandary. I'm glad about the result. I weren't entirely sure we were going to get it at one point. But I'm in a bit of a quandary now because we play Argentina next, I believe. Which, obviously, I want England to beat Argentina. But I've got Argentina in my sweep and I've got a tenner on Argentina to win World Cup. So, I'll see how things go. I might be cashing out at some point before the kick-off. Or during the match, depending on how the result's going. I don't want to bet against England. I don't want to bet on England either because I don't put a step on it. So, what's been happening in Science World on 12th of July? 16 years ago, and I can't believe it's that long since, 16 years ago I went down London and a weekend with dinners. And as part of that weekend with dinners, we went to see a live recording, of Phil and Phil's Perfect 10, featuring Messrs Wilder and Jupiter. And a damn good night out we had. The premise of it was that it was at the Screen on the Green in Islington, and they would record 2 episodes of the podcast that they used to do when podcasts were a new thing, and not everybody and the mother were doing them. To do a podcast, then they'd show a film, which was this kung fu type thing, and then they had a disco. And it was cracking. The only downside was, at that point in time, I was quite friendly. I still chat with him a lot. I was quite friendly with Jupiter's, old Porky. And we'd agreed to meet up at the pub opposite the venue for a couple of jars. But for whatever reason, they were late to the actual gig. Now, at one point after the recordings, I went to the toilet, and to get to the toilet, I actually walked past and had to excuse myself as I walked past Phil while we were talking to somebody. And I got a text message off him the day after, sorry that he'd not been able to have a chat. He really wanted to meet me and say hello and have a chat, which I thought was nice. You know, you're famous television person, radio personality, stand-up comic, poet, you know, and you want to meet me, which was very bizarre. But he was like very apologetic that we didn't get to meet. But we did 10 years later. Got to meet him twice. Got to meet him at Barnsley Civic and then at City Hall in Sheffield. I got to meet him. And Vic got to meet him. And when I met him at Civic, it was like, hey, up Phil Barnsley Simon's like, at last. So he knew who I was and remember me, which was really, really nice. So that's 16 years ago. 12 years ago, my good friend Andy Mellett Brown, who used to run Scooter Forums Radio before he did it up and I took over, which then became Solid Front Radio, he wrote a book. This book, and I'm in it. I'm actually in the book. Only very briefly. The protagonist of the story comes home and his missus says to him, "Where have you been?" "Oh, I've been at wherever it was, Marquee, might even have been Marquee. I've been at a club, you know, blah, blah, blah. I told you, Barnsley Signwood DJing." And as he says, I'm the only real person to feature in any of his 4 books, which is nice. Yeah. 2 years ago, we went to Birdwell Venue, me and Vic, and we saw Ocean Colour Scene. I've seen him a couple of times previous, but I've never seen him in such a small venue, and they were fucking fantastic. I still get bewildered that people pay money to go and see bands and then stand there talking all the way through it. That is something that I'll never understand. It absolutely befuddles me, that one. But yeah, they were really, really in good form. And apart from the fact that Simon Fowler looks like I'm going to say it looks like a fat Jim Davison. Because he has put a lot of weight on, bless him. I mean, I'm almighty to speak. But, oh God, they're such a good band and they're such a good live band and they've always been so underrated. It's not fair. 2 years ago as well, before we went there, finally got my pictures on wall and my new desk in place and one thing and another. At the studio were looking as good as it still looks now. Admittedly, I need some new shelves and I need another set of stuff for my records, but I can't because they've. But yeah, well, I could actually, because I could stand them that way rather than being lengthways. I could stand them vertical, and they could go next to where drawers are. I don't know. Actually, I've been told that at some point in the future, if the Viv's no longer needed, I can put another set on top of my original shelves. But touch wood, that's not going to be for a long time because our spike's just going to go on and on and on. And I will introduce you to a Spike this week, I promise you. I've said it months ago. What else? Yeah, 1 year ago, I laid on a settee with Wumps, and I don't know what we were waiting for, or they were waiting for, but they both just sat there as if they were expecting something. Oh, Vicky took them for their hair cutting yesterday, as I told you, and they have been cut right back. Not here at the minute. I tried taking some photos. They weren't having it yesterday. Our backs don't look that much different because she always gets cut short. But our Bella normally has a skirt, like a fringe, along her underbelly. And her legs left fluffy, but they're not. And as though, I mean, we've had them both cut really short because of the weather. And our Bella's been suffering more than our backs, and she's been mulchy and panting a lot, and she weren't yesterday. When she come home, she was a lot more settled and a lot more happy. The fact that she's not got a massive overcoat on. Like we said, she might not look the best now. So I just said to Vicky this morning, she looks like she should have a man bun and be selling artisan bread in the shop in Shoreditch. Her legs are that skinny. But yeah, it's better for her and better for them, and bless them. But she looks ugly. She don't look like our Bella. She don't look cute. They turn it all off her face as well, bless her. But she grows fast, so it'll give it a week or two. And apart from the fact that she still won't have a fringe, she'll start foofing up. She's here, look. I'm talking about you. Yeah? Oh, anyway. So, yeah. That's today. Depending, I mean, it's I wouldn't have said midday then, it sounded really posh. It's literally bong, 12 o'clock now. I don't know what time it is that we'll be going to Helsinki and coming back from Helsinki. As I say on the trains. Wombwell, how did I do there? Wombwell and Helsinki. Oh, I know what I did. Turn that off. I activated the follow me function. Yeah, Wombwell and Helsinki. So I don't know what time we'll be back for this, so I won't be able to show you my purchases. I will have to do that tomorrow. So be it. So there we go. 10, 11 minutes in our way. I think we'll call that a day for today. It's Sunday, innit? Oh, yeah. Oh, Tarn lost yesterday against Second Division York. And it might only be a friendly, but it's depressing. Oh, right. I'll catch you tomorrow, folks, if not later. TTFN.